Hi guys and welcome to today's video. So on today's episode I'm going to be discussing with you how I organise all of my uni notes, because as of this week I am halfway through my degree, which, not gonna lie to you, kind of blew my mind. It is only 3 years and then you realise 3 years is actually not a very long time, and I'm halfway through my degree. So I'd like to think at this point, through various trial and error, that I know how to now organise my notes for university. Hence why we are sat at my desk, which, have I filmed here ever? I don't think I have. So welcome to my desk. As you can see, here is all of my crap. I study comparative literature. Basically the same as if you study any kind of literature, these organisational notes will probably apply to you or be helpful, because I feel like it does require a lot of trial and error to know what works for you. So here is what works for me. Might help you figure out how to organise all of your shit. I'm gonna split this up into 3 main things. How I organise the notes that I take in lectures and seminars, how I organise all of the reading that I have in terms of writing notes on them, or the books, or the actual essays and stuff, or the reading. And then also what I do electronically. I told my mum I was gonna make this video and she was like, Emma, don't give away your secrets. No, I feel like this is important. Organising things is really hard and it's a massive faff, so I've done some of the faffing around for you. So this is my notebook for this year. As you can see, it's very big. Oh man, it's shiny. It's from Paper Chase. These are a really great size. I've recommended them to quite a few people and everyone really likes them, so Paper Chase is the way to go if you're in the UK. It's essentially just a lined textbook. I'll show you one of the... It's just lined and I just find it really helpful. I know a lot of people do ring binders, a lot of people write notes on my laptop. I have a really big issue with writing notes on your laptop. If you're in a seminar, you have that physical block. In lectures, it really fucks me off, right? When you're sat in a lecture and you can see below you somebody is either watching something, online shopping. I do not bring a laptop to uni with me. I don't, unless I'm going to go to the library. It also means that you're not carrying something really heavy around, something very stealable around, very tragic if you lose it or break it. It's a lot easier to just have a bit of paper. In terms of writing notes, it's so much easier in terms of remembering things if you write things down physically. It's true that you can't write as much physically than you could if you typed it, but then I feel like I do filter out the most useful information for myself. Also then it is not subject to any kind of deletion, or you lose it, or your laptop breaks. It's more, I feel like it's more permanent, even though you could chuck this in the fire and I'd be fucked. You can't copy or anything, but it's more physical, and the physical act of writing means I remember everything a lot better. This is only for 1 semester. I've almost written on every single page. I've done, how many pages have I written? I've got 139 pages. You can't see that. I've written 139 pages, which I think is very good. So I think it just depends on the kind of subject you're doing. For literature, this has worked perfectly fine, particularly because a lot of other notes I've written on the primary and secondary texts we've been given. So yeah, to clarify, this is only seminar and lecture notes. There are 4 modules in here. The way I've organised it is every module has had its own highlighter colour. People are like, Emma, how do you find anything in here? Well, the colours. I'm a very visual person, so any kind of colour works really well. And then at the top, what I've done, I've labelled every single thing. The lecture, the number lecture it was, and then the colour. So those 3 things help me really easily find what I'm looking for. It's been ridiculously helpful. I think it's a lot better as well than having it on a laptop, because maybe if you combine it into a Word document, you might not know where in the Word document it is. I feel it was too much of a risk, basically, having it on a laptop. That's my feelings on this. On the inside, I also just wrote everything down and the colour. Having it in one thing is so much easier to just carry around. You're not gonna lose this. This is probably the most precious thing I own at the moment. So just having it where I can just go every next one, there's a lot. It's just so much easier, all in one place. So that's my primary kind of organisational system. My secondary one is a bit more, it's a bit more shiny. This is a semester of work also. This brings me so much joy. Yeah, this is 1 semester of reading. I've taken a lot of it out because I'm actually using a lot of things at the moment, but the reason I can find it so easily was I've done exactly what I did in there. I've split it up by module. Each module I've highlighted in a different colour. So again, flicking through, it's just a lot of different colours. Very easy to find things. And then I've just organised it chronologically by week and written it on as well. So this is week 8 in my what is poetry module. I do also print off everything. I know a lot of people do not do this. I know that it is expensive to do this, but as a person, I'm dyslexic. I need to physically underline everything, write my notes on the actual physical paper, so that when it comes to, writing essays, it's all there in front of me together. It's just a lot more coherent. I'm just gonna hold this up because I just love that. Ah, it's holographic. This is one semester of work, as you can see. On the spine, I've just written Complete 2017. I mean, I'm sure you could like add the dividers. I should probably get some dividers, that'd be a lot easier. Last year, I really didn't print out anything, but I also, as a result, did a lot less reading. Every 3 weeks, I would go and print out the next 3 weeks worth of reading, which meant that I did almost everything, a significantly larger amount than I would have done otherwise and than I did last year. Because also if you read it on a computer screen, I think it makes your eyes a lot more tired, you're a lot more tempted to go on to other things. I think a lot less goes in as well, and you can't highlight, you can't make notes. It's not as efficient for me as for like my learning time, for the way I learn anyways. I just can't get over it. Look at it. It's from paper. This is all from paper. All of my stationery is from paper. So all of that's like secondary and primary things if they're like shorter. Then with books, I do it differently. I buy almost every book that I can. My mum said that like the one thing she would never get angry with me or my brothers for buying or like stop us from buying is books. I am in a lucky position that I'm allowed to buy every book that I want to read. Also because I have to make physical notes. I don't know how much you saw of that. Yeah, basically something is useless to me if I can't make notes in it. Like there's no point in me reading it. Like I think that's also a lot better than, you know, if you're gonna write on it, you can just grab it and everything you already think about this is in here. It's not on various bits of paper or on your laptop. It's just in here. It's all together. I think a lot about the way I like to organize myself is in terms of efficiency, and then when I need it, I can get it really easily, and if I don't need it, well then it doesn't fucking matter. But this is just also an enjoyment thing. I like writing my notes and I like underlining stuff. I can't understand people who do not underline things in texts or like write up quotes, because then how in God's name are you meant to write your essays? Like all of my work, I've done so much work for myself already. Like I'm writing essays at the moment and all I have to do is I've flicked through all my notes in the brown thing, typed up all the relevant ones, gone through all of my like essays that I've printed off already and like selected the most useful ones and then gone through this and just like everywhere like I star things, and it's so much easier. Oh my God, it saves you so much time if you just like are just on it a lot earlier. To my side, I will also show you my my little library on the floor and how I organise that. My little library, very visually, as you can see. So I organise everything by edition and then by colour of said edition, and then within the edition of a text, for example my Oxford World Classics, and I will organise it alphabetically within the names of the authors, and then within the names of the author I will do it again alphabetically with the title of the book. I find it so much easier to organise it by what it looks like, because again, I'm very visual. If I can remember what it looks like, I can find it really easily. The main thing I have electronically is my reading list. I will put it over here for you. What I do is I essentially just have it as a list. So I make sure to do it by week, by module, list how many things I need to read, I write how many pages so I can see my progress. It's also a thing where you need to be able to see, I need to see how much work I've done. That's why the brown book is so useful, because I can see how many pages I've done. I can literally feel the weight of my work. It is just really motivating, and it keeps you like really, it does make you proud of yourself. I mentioned it on my vlog the other day because I'm just so insanely proud of how much work I've done. I also keep this list on my phone, but I periodically email it to myself in case something happens to my phone. I don't trust technology, can you tell? Then on my laptop I organise my notes as I think most people do. I have my university, the year I'm studying, then the module, and then I also have like a separate folder with all of my readings that I've printed off. I keep them all on my laptop as well in case I need to like Command F and find something in a document. And I organise all of those by week, and then I just have to go find it in the week. That's essentially how I organise the entirety of my university education. It's proving to actually be very useful because I'm writing essays at the moment, which is fun. But I know that I'm already in such a better position than I was last year writing essays just because of the stuff I have now. Last year I had like these little sort of binders with paper that you could move it and try and have the different little sections, and then I wouldn't have enough room in one section for a module, way too much space in a different one and have to faff around with that. It was not helpful. Like, it was again paper, but then as a result, like I wrote so much on my laptop because I always forgot it, because I had two different ones, one for film, one for complete. So having multiple things, it's not useless. You forget things when things have to go on a laptop, and then if things are on a laptop, you don't print them out, it goes all over the place. I was not as prepared for revision. All of this, the idea of it, is to set you up for later you when you were doing essays, you were doing revision, exams, like it's to make your life easier. Like, you don't have all the faff of trying to find everything you need when you are under so much pressure. Do it when you've got oodles of time. My plan though is at the end of my degree to hopefully just plant a tree to be like, sorry for all the paper I printed. Like I have to, it's just how my brain works. Just to say also, I am dyslexic, I'm quite dyslexic. So this is very, very useful maybe if you're a dyslexic student at uni studying literature. Like, people with my kind of brain aren't supposed to do these kind of subjects. It's not exactly very suited to my brain, but perseverance and enjoyment, I suppose, are the most important things with this. Actually, yeah, I'm looking at my notes, that's everything. By the way, if you would like me to show how I did all of my files for A-level, I can show you those. I am also I'm disgustingly proud of them. They're all like, the binds are all like beautiful colours. Yeah, I'm very, very proud of them. So if you would like to see that as well, I'd be more than happy to show you. So yeah, that is how I have made it halfway to my degree. Let me know how you guys organise your notes below. If you have any advice for me, for each other, that would always be very appreciated. Apologies for not having a video on Tuesday. I'm doing Vlogmas, I'm doing a weekly Vlogmas, so videos will now be on a Thursday again. Like, subscribe and all the jazz, and I will see you guys very soon. So as a public service, I have done a lot of the faffing. To my side, I will also show the organise your notes below.